What's up, Mike Gross, youtube.com/rockin guitar lessons 1 and rockingguitarlessons.com. That's Stone Temple Pilots with Interstate Love Song. Rest in peace, Scott Weiland. Amazing singer, amazing band, and just heard the news yesterday, so we're doing the 90s through now, and I figured what better time to do a lesson on this, even if it wasn't 90s to now. So you want to tune standard for this. Having some little intonation weird problems with this, with my favorite beast here. I'm going to have to get it checked out. I don't know if you're hearing it in the lesson, but we are standard tuned. Beautifully written song, the chord arrangement, everything. It's epic Led Zeppelin qualities here. So we're going to start with, obviously I didn't do the acoustic intro part. We're kicking it in, you know, where it goes into the distortion. So the way we're going to start this, we're going to do a half step bend on fret 2 on the B string, and I personally would back that with the index finger. What we got to do, let me lower this a little bit, is pick the B and E string, the last two, but we're bending the B string a half step. So make sure when you strike the 2 that this finger's not muting string 1. Oops. Okay, now we're there. We're gonna keep it there, pick them both again, and bring it back down. And like I said, the critical part here, there's a few, you know, doing the half step bend and landing it, but making sure you're not muting around it, because it's the 2 string things that are creating this really cool sound. Then open E and B. Then 2G, middle finger, and open B. Once again, the knuckles got to be angled. So after that, we're going to upstroke the open E string, the high E. Then 1G, first finger, pick, hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then go open B and open E. So we have, and then we're going to jump into a standard E major chord. Open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. That's finger 2, 3, and 1. It's got kind of a shuffly, some fret hand muting, what I like to call acoustic style strumming in it. Don't overanalyze it. Beat placement is key, and making sure these chords are clear. So we're going to go hit all of them. So down, up. Fret hand mute, down, up. Just take your pinky, lay it over the strings, relieve the pressure here. I know you can't really tell I'm doing that, but I'm keeping the form, but I want them to mute now. And this has to mute the other, so it's 2 forms of muting there. And then down, up on the chord, so we have to remove this and reapply pressure. Then open E, and then down, up on the chord. So. And then the next part, this is really cool too. He goes. So you'll strum the E again. Strum the chord and hit an open E. I believe there's an open E kind of bouncing in and out. Then from there go open E, 4A, 4D, 2G, open B, open E. An awesome chord, man. So back to the open E, and then back to the E major. It's like an Eddie Van Halen kind of chord. So, oops. Okay. Open E. And then if you listen close, man, there's something in there that seems like almost everyone's missing. He'll go after that. So what that is, hit the 2-1 on the D and G. You're already there. I'm losing it now. Twice there. Open G, upstroke on open high E. So it is in there. That leads you back in, by the way. Okay, so it's 2 times, right? The end of the second one, instead of going, don't do that. Instead, we're going to be going, just resolving it out on the E major, basically. Down, up, down, up. Okay, the next part that I know you're loving to learn. Each part is like a treat, man. C sharp minor 7, bar fret 4, strings 5 through 1, or A through high E. Go middle finger 5B, and third finger 6D, muting underneath string 6. So we're gonna go, once you get the groove over this one, there's 3 more chords. You're gonna do the same groove over them. Another thing he's emphasizing is deeper and then like a higher, like landing the higher end of it, so it's like, picture, and then dropping it. So deep, deep, high, deep. So let me show you the beat, the strum. 2 downs, basically A, D, and G. Don't overanalyze it, just don't hit all of them. Relieve the pressure and go down, up, down, fret, hand, mute. Oops. And then upstroke. And now we're going to be able to hear this 5th fret B string, basically B, G, and D. Okay? Once again, don't overanalyze it, but don't hit all of them. And then, so it's up, up, down, down, up, down, up. So, if you got that beat, the rest is going to be the same here. It's got some crazy chords though. Okay, this one is 3A, 6D, 5G, and we're going to need the 4B. You can drop it when you need it, or drop it from the beginning. I'd probably go from the beginning. So 3, 6, 5, 4. Same concept, same amount of strings and everything. Right? So we have... Next chord, we're going to go middle 2A, pinky 3D, first finger 1G, third finger 2B. Sounds a bit like heaven, doesn't it? Same concept. Remember, I'm muting that low E so we don't get a one sour note. Can ruin it. So... Right? It's the same beat. Next one. 1A, 2D, 1G, 2B. Visually, if this is a new chord for you, picture a D major shape, right? But we're going on the A, D, and G, and then just drop the pinky down. Little things like that can get you there quicker sometimes. Same beat. Then we're going to go open A, bar the 2nd fret on the D and G, and this is another thing that people are missing. They're going to add the pinky to 5B, and we're going to strum strings 5 through 2, A, D, G, B. Before you do that, put your third finger on fret 4 on the B string. Oops. Total Zeppelin. You're going to strum it, and with your pinky you got to pull off to make this 4th fret on the B string ring out. Almost sounds like Aerosmith too. So couldn't hear it. And then trying to remember whether it was the E sus here. Show you both. Open. Well, we're doing the E major again, so this time we came out of. So strum. Drop your pinky to 2G. Leave everything else down. That's called E suspended. Every major chord has a suspended chord, and they kind of sound unresolved. So you almost expect it to go back to the major, right? So, and then fret hand down up, and then strum the E again. Open E, and then go. This is in here too, and I know it doesn't seem like it, but that. 2D, 1G, you're already there, right? 2 times, and an open G. But it's so fast, but it is in there. And then, let's see. Actually, I'd go, if you want me to be twice, but I do think it's once. Then the next one, same concept here, but we're going to this chord then. So it'll be strum, open E, and then this chord, the open 4-4-2, open, open, and back to open E, and then the chord. So think of this. Think of like the blues. Anyways. And then open E, down, up, down, up. Then you're back into the... Okay, chord outline. So, have fun, man. This is definitely not a beginner lesson. It's advanced. Because of them chords, it's very percussive. That's STP for you. Rest in peace, Scott Weiland. We lost another great. It's a shame, man. Remember going through that with Randy Rhoads, you know, and Dimebag Darrell and all that. So, subgroup. You know, I right at the end of the lesson, I showed you some the chord outline. That's not a bad idea to work with either, because you got to land those chords, or the strum part's not going to come together with it, you know, and vice versa. You know, focus on the strum for some of it, and don't even change the chord just to get used to that. Another thing is you can put it on the clean channel, make sure that you got chord clarity, because you need every note in this to create that sound. It's brilliant. This song is just epically brilliant. I mean, there's nothing else I can say. My email, rockingguitarlessons@hotmail.com. If you're interested in private lessons on Skype, I teach around the world. I'm Pacific Standard Time, California. We may have a time zone difference. We can work all those details out, but most of my students fine-tuning songs, man, rhythmically and solos, breaking down the techniques within, but we work on any and everything. 30 and 60-minute lessons once a week or bi-weekly. For a full price breakdown, go to rockinguitarlessons.com, and you get a whole breakdown there. You can read the description below here. I think there's a link that'll take you right there. There's plenty of tutorials on my channel with more information about them. We are in the month of December 2015, so I do have gift certificates available for you, or well, you wouldn't buy yourself a gift and get a gift certificate, but if you know anybody that's interested, give the gift of music. So those are available. CVT, custom video tablature, and CT, custom tablature. It's another option. Taking lessons from me, but not real time in the sense of you seeing me live. But it's all behind the scenes, and it's the same concept, very detailed, handwritten tabs and all that. You can read up about that and the places I just mentioned. All right. So, last thing, subscribe. Subscribe, request. Always keep those requests coming. I've got thousands, but you know, you never know. Yours may be next. You won't get it if you don't request it, unless someone else do, right? And share, you know, on Twitter and your Facebook. I do appreciate that very mucho. All right, and that's it. So I'm gonna play this on the outro for you right now, and we'll talk to you guys all a little bit later. What you say? Long live STP. And I'm not talking motor oil.